If you ever felt the winter months have had a negative impact on your mood, you are not alone, and there is a scientific explanation. Tuesday, February 26th at the Burlington Library, Dr. David Mischoulon led a discussion on how to beat the winter blues, covering all there is to know about seasonal affective disorder.
I think a lot of people feel that depression of any type might be a character flaw or a sign of personal weakness. And it's not, it's an illness like any other, like diabetes, like high blood pressure. It's an illness that has a physiologic basis for it, even if we don't understand it very well. And there are psychological factors, stresses, things like that can contribute to it. So if people have depression, it's not a reason for feeling ashamed. They need to get help from a professional who's qualified to treat it. And that applies to whether it's seasonal depression or whether it's other types of depression.
While research on seasonal affective disorder has increased, there is still much to learn on how it can be treated.
Well, the research on seasonal depression is still relatively young. I think the light therapy has been the most widely studied, and there's also been studies looking at medications, antidepressants, and also other things like exercise, for example. So all of those have been studied, but none of them in great depth in terms of having large samples of patients, which is important to do really convincing and more definitive studies. I consider this is a research area that's still in its relative infancy with regard to seasonal depression.
Simple changes in your diet and daily routine can help combat the effects of seasonal affective disorder.
Try to keep active. Go outside. Even if it's hard to push yourself to go, you're not being asked to do a lot of jogging or weightlifting or anything like that, but simply get out and walk for a little while, even if it's going down to the grocery store to get something. Try to not eat so many carbohydrates. Stick to healthy snacks like fruits, for example, vegetables, carrot sticks, things like that. And try to regulate your sleep as best you can. And that means go to sleep at the same time each night. Try to get up at the same time each morning. Try to relax before you go to bed. Don't do things like read horror novels right before you go to bed because it might make it hard to sleep.
If you're feeling the need to beat the winter blues, visit the library to schedule a session in front of their new light therapy lamp, and stay tuned to BCAT for Dr. Mischoulon's full presentation. Until next time, this is Chris Flaherty for BNEWS Weekly.